Hey there, I'm Steve, and this is the EBD show, the read along companion to my book, The Enough Bucket, a field guide for learning designers suffering from enough bucket dysmorphia. If this is your first time here, welcome. You're safe, and I see you. If you're coming back for more, well, welcome back. You've definitely found your people. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. Welcome home.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show.
Hello, folks. It is coming into Christmas. If you're listening to this in the future, congratulations. But at the time of recording, 'twas 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, and all through the house, LearnX had finished. Rob from LearnX had made $1 million in 500 different award categories. And, if you want the trophy, you have to pay another amount of money. But if you weren't at the event, we don't even bother reading. Rob, I love you, mate. It's an amazing event, and I think it's super, super important to give recognition where recognition is deserved. But as a business, amazing, amazing, folks. Happy holidays, and we are getting to the meat and potatoes of EBD, and the EBD show this week is no different. Last week was the completion conspiracy, and this week is chapter 10, the curse of conditional learning. There is a difference. Obviously, completion is you must complete this video before you can open the next button. But now it's topics that have to be completed or conditional upon your ability to proceed. I have a strong opinion on this, right? And in the quest for learners' attention and attention in general, one of the greatest and most expensive assets in 2025, and it's only going to get more expensive. When you're competing for attention and you're professing to care about the learner, being able to provide the learner exactly what they need when they need it, so just-in-time learning, is super, super critical. Now, not everything is just-in-time learning, but the majority of learning that is being done in companies is stick-based learning. Stick-based learning is, if you don't do this, whoosh, you don't have a job anymore. And so the motivation of the learner is 4/5 of fuck all. But what we delude ourselves into thinking is that we'll wrap this stick in cake or candy or sugar, or we'll dip it in peanut butter. You know, when you feed the dog a pill from the vet and you dip it in peanut butter so that it pretends it doesn't know that it's eating a bit of medicine, and then it figures it out. Yeah, that's where we're at. So conditional learning is a challenge. Sometimes it's necessary. So for the first time consuming something, definitely there is an argument for you must do this before you do this. For a process, you need to know step 1 before you can do step 2. Absolutely. But then if I then come back to the module and I have to do the conditions locked again, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. So being agile and being nimble and able to switch this up is super, super critical. So with that in mind, let's get into the show. Chapter 10, the curse of conditional learning. Before we cover topic A, they'll need topic B. But to get topic B, they'll need topic C. And actually, do they even know the alphabet? And what we've got here is Jimmy. And Jimmy needs to submit a receipt. But before he can, he's faced with a spiral staircase, submit receipt at the top, and 4 sections of padlocked area, all the way leading up to submitting a receipt. Let's set the scene. You've got a simple job. Teach Jimmy how to safely submit a risk assessment. He's a project lead. He's done this before. He just needs the updated steps. But then you get hit with the spiral. Well, they'll need to understand the new policy first and some background on to why the changes were made. Maybe a bit of legal context. Should we include general safety principles? Do they even know what a risk is? Suddenly, you're building a 6-module epic with pre-work, side quests, and a final boss battle called cognitive load.
Like a doomsday prepper who won't let anyone into the bunker without proving they understand the entire history of civilization first. Your simple Rise module has become a branching nightmare with more prerequisite gates than a military base. Symptom diagnosis. The curse of conditional learning is when you front load everything learners need to know first before they can access what they actually came for. You're terrified they won't understand without all the context. Karen from compliance, she doesn't help either. She whispers sweet nothings like, "What if they don't understand the regulatory framework?" Suddenly, your simple How to Submit Expenses module needs prerequisite courses, including the philosophy of financial responsibility and a brief history of receipts from papyrus to PDF. You've become the educational equivalent of that friend who can't tell a simple story without explaining everyone's backstory, the political climate, and why the restaurant they went to is historically significant. Am I that friend? Maybe. Your enough bucket isn't just full, it's archaeological, layer upon layer of essential content that only you think is essential. My epic fail. I once built a quick refresher on the new expense reporting system that ended up having prerequisites, that had prerequisites. The prerequisite chain was 8 modules deep. 8. For expenses, by the time people finished the prerequisites, the expense they wanted to report was from the previous financial year. Internal dialogue. They need the foundation first. What if they don't know what a risk assessment is? Can't skip steps, that's dangerous. Better to over-prepare than to under-inform. If they don't understand the context, they'll fail. Learning must be sequential. It's just logical. Reality check. I just wanted to submit my lunch receipt. Why do I need to understand the philosophical foundations of financial management? This feels like I'm being held hostage by someone's PhD thesis on expense reporting. I've been doing expenses for 5 years. Now I have to prove I understand what money is before I can use the new button. I built an educational obstacle course where the prize was learning how to fill out a form. My conditional learning curse had turned a simple task into a master's degree in bureaucratic archaeology. Early warning signs. You use the phrase, "before we can cover X," more than "here's how to do X." Your modules have prerequisites that have prerequisites. You design elaborate scaffolding for knowledge people already have. You feel anxious about people not being ready for your content. Your LMS course structure looks like a family tree. Recovery actions. The truth test. Assume learners are more capable than your anxiety suggests. Let them try the advanced content and see what actually confuses them. Just-in-time learning. Instead of front-loading everything, provide core information up front and link to deeper context when people need it. The assumption audit. List everything you think your learners need to know beforehand. Challenge each assumption with, what evidence do I have that they don't already know this? Build bridges, not barriers. Create clear pathways for people who need different levels of support, but don't force everyone through the same foundation course. You're not building an escape room. You're building a runway. Let them take off, not trip over your "before you proceed" signs like an over-engineered airport.
Oh man. Karen from compliance. I think the symptom diagnosis section is super relevant. And I think it's all about, front loading everything that's unnecessary just because we're scared that without that little bitty bit of context that they won't understand what's going on. And I was guilty of it too. I think my reminder from way back when I built the quick refresher, gosh. The recovery actions and the techniques that you can use here, folks, I think just-in-time learning is a really good thing to try and practice. Like, instead of front loading, just give them the stuff that they need up front. See what happens. If they need more, they will ask, or their performance will demonstrate that they might need some more. And then the assumption audit is really cool as well. So listing everything that you think the learners need to know beforehand, and then what evidence do I have that they don't already know this? Really good question to work, as well as building bridges, not barriers. So, folks, let me know what you think has been your completion curse or completion conspiracy, or the curse of conditional learning. See, the chapters start to blend together, but they are separate and different. But what have you done that has maybe tipped the scales and made you front load a lot of your courses, and why? I think understanding why is also really important too, because remember, we're not doing this to punish the learners, we're doing this out of care. But sometimes misguided or misdirected care also ends up being some level of corporal punishment that is outlawed by NATO and the World Health Organization. So just be mindful of that, folks. Folks, thank you for another amazing episode. We are getting close or nearly to the end. I'm just looking at the table of contents. We are at chapter 10. We've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then a few summary chapters at the end. So we're still going. We're going to be going into the new year with the EBD show. It's been an absolute privilege to bring you this episode, and take care of yourself. And remember, you're not broken. You've just got EBD. See you next Tuesday, folks. Bye for now.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you. Welcome to the show.